Now we move to the third one, which is the third most logical stage in this framework, which is now you will try to predict what will happen next. Okay. So you're trying to forecast what is going to happen next. And that is again slightly more value adding compared to descriptive diagnostic, and also slightly more difficult compared to descriptive and diagnostic. What will happen next is the question you're trying to answer. So now that you've seen that data, right? So now your CFO wants to understand what might happen. So let's assume you're sitting at the end of October. Right now we are at the beginning of November, and you have 10 months of actual data now, and you want to predict what will happen in the month of November and December. So this is what you're trying to do in predictive analytics. Okay. So your future forecast sales for Q4, you have to forecast the next quarter sales to create a model that predicts the future sales based on historical data, seasonality, and the marketing projections. So based on different factors, you have to project or predict your future sales. This is what you do in predictive analytics. So let's say I'm at the end of September. Let's assume that we are at the end of September, and you have to predict what will happen in October, November, December. And the last year's data we've already seen, right? We have seen that April month was the lowest, and then something happens after October, November that drives the sales up. So based on the historical data, based on the seasonality that we talked about, okay, seasonality meaning April is the lowest and the November, December is the highest. That is what seasonality is. And marketing projections, how much efforts and money that the marketing team will put in in getting more visitors, in converting those visitors. What are the marketing projections? Based on all of these factors, okay, again, I'll repeat historical data, seasonality trends, and marketing projections. You will try to predict your October to December sales. Okay, this is what might happen, and this is what you are doing in the predictive analytics. What you have come up as a conclusion is your sales will increase by 20% in November and December due to holiday shopping, assuming the marketing efforts stay consistent. So even if the marketing does not put extra additional effort, even if they continue to do whatever they are doing, then your November, December sales will go up by 20% based on your historical data and seasonality. Okay, so this is what you are doing in the predictive analytics. Basically, you're trying to forecast your next quarter sales, or in this case, it is your October, November, December sales. Okay, so that is what you are doing in predictive analytics.